composure, this my kingdom, nigga, stay back. We had a couple of moments, you had a choice, nigga, own it. Your real colors, they showing. I'm real, nigga, I'm focused. When I come around, I'm fly with it. Stay moving, do buy with it. New sound, just vibe with it. Same truth and we die with it. I see it like it's an obstacle. I never sit on the fence. Nothing to me is impossible. Music of means to the end. Most of the shit is illogical. All of y'all niggas depend on what they pretend. Just think with your head. Stop looking at trends. You wearing your eyes like it's topical. Clearly now, the pain is gone. The fame is on. And they play my songs. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk. And move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the world. Got things to do. I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said, take a look around you, nigga. Find your way back. Find your way back. Find your way back. I said, take a look around you, nigga. Find your way back. Find your way back. Find your way back. New era, I got y'all. Real gang, we pop off. No knockoffs. Open eyes, we watch out. Mobilize, won't cop out. COVID-19 cops out, don't flop now. Open skies, we fly now. New agenda, they try now. Most y'all getting real scared of the headlines we find out. Game getting real near. If you don't know, you behind now. Behind the times, government hide behind the lines.
Hello, Norma.
The sun is shining. The birds are chirping. The bacon is sizzling.
Oh, the bacon is sizzling
Welcome
for Daddy.
to the Daily
Daddy
Swole.
likes some bacon. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testicles, testicles. Oh, welcome everyone to episode 1427 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beardcast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and the slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What is going on? Beaches, booshes, bustas, hustles, and yo-hos. It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode for all of y'all. I want to thank our sponsors today, Everesting K2 Flexin', all you fucking biatches. Yeah, we're feeling good. We got some good stuff coming up this week. Coming up this week, it's Thursday. Who cares what day of the week it is? No one knows. No one knows anymore. It's official. No one knows what day of the week it is. I'm calling it. No one knows what day of the week it is. But apparently the government still does. Thank you for the letters. Thank you. Yes, I shall pay my taxes, of course. Of course I know. I know you want your money. I know. I got it. I got your money. I got your fucking money. I got your money. I got your fucking money. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Only certain things are postponed. But hey, you still gotta pay. You still gotta pay to play, right? You know what I'm saying? Can't make these gains without the man getting his piece of the pie, getting his piece of these sick fucking gains. Getting his piece of the gains. All right. I hope you enjoy your coffee. I hope you're enjoying your coffee. Maybe you're watching somewhere where there's coffee available. If you're watching in Australia, or if you're into that evening coffee kick, this is just the last remnants. This is like the taint. This is like the coffee taint. I don't have much left. There ain't much left. I had it already, but it's been a good day so far. About to get my pump on, so this episode will keep it more brief. Got some stuff to do, so got to make some sick fucking gains. So we'll be here for a minute, and we'll be off. So I hope you are ready for a speed cast. Now we'll slay it. We'll say it. We always slay. Speedcast, slaycast, gain-cast. It's always a good cast. It's always a good time. Oh, what'd you work out today? What'd you do? Jen crushed lower mass volume today. Very good. Well, all the days run together for me anyway. I think it's so overrated. What day of the week it is worthless unless you have a schedule. You know, if you're doing it right, doesn't matter if it's Sunday, doesn't matter if it's Monday. Everything that you need to do needs to be done every fucking day. No days off. If you have days off, that's like scheduling a cheat meal. That's scheduling yourself to be a lazy fuck. That's when you have a cheat meal. Hey, I'm going to have a cheat meal. This is my cheat meal. That's my cheat day. You realize you're scheduling a time for you to fucking trash yourself. You're scheduling a time for you to fail. You're like, hey, I'm going to treat myself like shit here. Hey, I'm going to do things that provide me no value here. Why? Why schedule that shit? Why schedule? Why not just think of your life as adaptation? Why aren't you adapting? Why aren't you creating your nutrition? Why aren't you creating your life and your image? Why aren't you trying to do the best for yourself? Why or why not? Why aren't you doing the best for yourself? Why aren't you trying to do better for yourself? Why aren't you taking care of your body? Why? There's been an article, or there was an article, or there is an article. This came out. We've been talking about this for a while in Reuters. So this came to my attention, and it says, why is why is the coronavirus death rate twice in New Orleans, the twice of what it is in New York? So it's twice as bad. So more people, the death rate is twice as high, double that in New York. And they're saying it's because of obesity. It's because of major illnesses. And of course, there's probably generally lower socioeconomic status. And this is affecting everyone of all ages, but it's just more evidence and more discussion and more details about how obesity and how diabetes and hypertension actually is making it much worse in areas that are ripe with it. And this goes to kind of like talk a little bit more about those towns and those cities in the Midwest and places where there might not be a lot of COVID-19 yet. Well, when it comes to your area, if you are in a situation or you're in a climate or you're in a social town, like you're in Mississippi or you're in the Midwest and you have a high obesity rate, when it comes through, it's going to tear through and it's going to cause a lot of damage. You know, it's just so much worse now with the coronavirus. It's exposing how taxed our health system already was. So coronavirus is just pushing it over the top. You have a lot of people that are in hospitals that shouldn't be in hospitals. You have a lot of people that are on medication that shouldn't be on medication. You have a lot of people, most probably, are people that should not be using those resources, but they are. And it's taken away from people that are in need of resources right now. And it's actually making it worse for people when they have COVID-19, when they are dealing with those symptoms. It makes it harder for us to treat them, and then it spreads more, and then blah, blah, blah. So it taxes our system. And this is what's been happening with obesity and the food, the trash that people are eating, the lack of interest that people take into their health. It's disgusting. And it's been disgusting for a long time. It's been disgusting for a long time. And this is just more evidence. It's just more evidence that obesity is a huge issue. And because it's preventable, it is preventable. We can mitigate, we can do much better when these issues arise, because there'll be more coronaviruses. There'll be more issues like this and viruses. Can we be less fat when that happens next time? Can we be less fat? Can we be less unhealthy? Can we? Can we be less unhealthy? And of course, healthy people are getting this too. It's happening to a lot of people. A lot of people are susceptible to coronavirus, whether or not you're healthy or not. But we can agree that when you do get it, if you are less healthy, it's going to be worse for you when you do get it. What up? What up? What up? I see some gray in that beard on my 50-inch HD TV. Do you? It's probably white. I don't know if it's gray. I get a lot of sun on the beard, so some of them turn super light. Good. I hope it's white. It's going to be a fucking badass gangster beard. It's going to be all white someday. Like fucking Kris Kringle, like Swole Kringle. What are we doing today? I can see clear. Total body awareness and Swole 7 repair number 5. Delicious. Delicious. Will you be less then you'll really be looking like Gaindolf. Gaindolf the Gray. Swoledolf. Gaindolf. I gotta make that shirt public. I've had that design for like a year or two. Gaindolf. It's such a good design. It's such a good design. I'll put it up there. We got some good stuff coming. So a bunch of Swole cards went out today. Oh, today's Swole card. Your choice. Your choice. That's what we're talking about today. And this card is straight to the point, black and fucking white, because making it your choice is black and white. Look, I can do this. Hold on. There we go. Look at that. Boom. My choice. It's your choice. And the reason I put my choice is because I want you to look at this, and I want you, when you have this on your wall, when you have this in your car, wherever you put it, I want you to look at this, and I want you to remember that it's your choice. So when you look at it, I want you to hear it in your head. I want you to hear my choice. It's my choice. So what does my choice mean? What does it mean? It means that you have the choice of how you want to react to the situation. It's your choice whether or not you want to take this as a positive. I really do think that most of you, if not all of you, can take this situation and make it a positive right now and make it a positive overall. Make it a good thing to have happened in your life. Now, I don't mean that it's a good thing in terms of people dying, but I'm talking about how you can actually use this situation to make it something that benefited you, that actually benefited you. No joke. Like this is one of those things, this is one of those situations where you can actually make progress with meditation, with yoga, with nutrition. You can make progress with your training. You can literally make progress. You can move forward. You can actually do better. You can finally get rest. You can finally catch up on sleep. You can finally focus more time for yourself, for those hobbies, for those interests that you have. You can finally, you always have a choice, and you've always had a choice. Before it was more about, okay, what choice do I want to make? What time do I have to make that choice? Usually the excuse is always time. It's always time. Oh, I'm so busy. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm so this. I'm so that. Now, one of the biggest excuses is now off the table. Now having no time is just off the table. It just doesn't even make sense. Has nothing to do with anything. Has no relevance whatsoever. No relevance. You don't have time? Bullshit. Everyone's got time now. I shouldn't say everyone. People that still have jobs. I mean, I'm talking to those of you that you're not working or you're out of work. You're stuck at home, you're working from home, people that have more time. Some of you are working overtime. Some of you are working extra. Some of you that are working front lines, your EMTs, your doctors, your nurses, those of you that are in the middle of shit. Chances are you're probably not even listening to this podcast unless you're on the road a lot. But those of you that are in the middle of this is not necessarily for you. It'll give you some more perspective. And I know you're grateful, and we're all grateful that people are still putting in the work and keeping the supply chains going, and also just people that have jobs are happy that they still have jobs because a lot of people don't. So you have a choice on how you're going to handle this situation. You can look at it as a negative. You lost your job. Okay. You lost your fucking job. It sucks. I didn't lose my job because I created my fucking job. The only person that can lose my job is me. So I created my job so it won't be vulnerable to things like this. Every job, every position, every career, everything has vulnerability. However, you can mitigate those things, and that's what I did. So I don't have that same problem right now. However, it's my choice, and it was my choice to do this and do what I'm doing now. Before, it was like, wow, it looks like a great idea, right? Doesn't it? It looks like a great idea. You know, we have Swolenormous X, we have the Daily Swole podcast. Now it's like, oh my God, everything that we do here every day and inside Swolenormous X was like designed for it. This is the situation that this was designed for, essentially. But maybe it didn't look like that in 2016. It didn't look like that in 2017. It didn't look that in 2018 necessarily. You know, our whole world, everyone's world has changed upside down. Literally, whether your day to day, like my day to day, hasn't changed completely, aside from the fact that I need to stay at home and I should stay at home and all those other reasons. Some of you, now you're at home and you're no longer in your workplace, and it's completely different. So we're all dealing with different levels of completely different, but it's all completely different for everyone, you know, psychologically. So it's your choice. It's my choice, and it's your choice on how we deal with it, on how we address it, on how we process it, and how we handle it, and what we use it for. And what I'm afraid of is that so many people are going to use this opportunity and squander the fuck out of it. They're going to try to float, and they're going to play by every single government timeline like, oh, it's April 30th. Listen, anyone listening that thinks that this is going to be over and this is going to be back to normal on April 30th, you're out of your fucking mind. You're just straight up not thinking big picture. If you think this is going to be done in a month, you are out of your fucking mind. And if this does get removed or the quarantine gets, I don't know how the fuck it would, that's going to be a huge, huge humanitarian disaster. If everything is just, hey, we're back to normal in 30 days. There's no way. There's no way. So I said this on my Instagram story, and I want to reiterate this here because I think it's really important to define. And this is actually, I'm talking about this actually tomorrow in the YouTube video I'm going to post tomorrow morning. This is important for everyone to understand. And I'm constantly reminding myself, and this is like what we have to tell you, like our internal dialogue, our voice, the conversation we have with ourself, with yourself, the conversation I have with myself, we have to continue to reiterate that. We have to keep on having that conversation. We have to remind ourselves that this is reality. This is reality. Reality. It's going to be like this for months. Months. Not a month, months. Okay? And if it stops too early, it's going to happen again. It's going to come right back. Just hear me and listen to what I have to say, because the sooner that you accept what you're doing as your new normal, as soon as you accept this, it's literal acceptance. It's literal acceptance of the situation. Okay? You need to accept the reality, and that this is your permanent reality. And it sounds extreme. It sounds extreme. Oh my God, permanent? Oh my God, this is never going to get better. I'm not saying that, but you need to think of it that way. You need to think of this being your new normal. This is your new situation. This is your new everything. This is it. This is where you're at. This is it. No joke. This is your new reality. The sooner that you can accept this as your new reality, the sooner you can get to fucking work and make it a positive and make it the best possible. Okay? The sooner you accept it, the sooner you can fucking slam your foot down on the gas pedal and make it happen and get shit done and move forward and make it a positive. The Sandlot. Forever. Good movie. But it's literally what we have to do. We have to accept this as our new reality. It's safer. It gives us power. It gives us choice. It gives us the ability to make those decisions. And there's going to be a lot of hardship. There's going to be a lot of people that are going hungry. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to change in terms of what you might have to do for work, or what you might have to do for exercise, or what you have to do for fun, or what you have to do for release. But this is why every single day we're going to be going over the 7 pillars and all the aspects of things that you can control and the things that you can focus on. You can literally do every single pillar every day. Okay, so let's go over what those pillars are again. Number 1, community. Okay, community. You can surround yourself with better people because you have no choice. You have to cut out pretty much everyone. I really do think that this situation can be the massivest, the biggest fucking positive for people, because most of you are subjecting yourself constantly to people that just waste your fucking time, that drain you. And because you're related to them, or because you're, quote, best friends and you're always around them, or you work with them, you put up with their shit when you shouldn't. You should fucking cut them out like a goddamn, like a gangrenous just infection. However, you haven't. Now you have. Now you can fucking go dark. Now you can go fucking lights out. Now you can ignore their bullshit. Now you don't have to answer every fucking phone call. You can focus on your shit. Your environment can get super fucking tight. You can unfollow a ton of people. You can go through that subscription list on YouTube and cut out all the fucking channels that you never fucking watch. You can cut out all the followings and stuff on Instagram of pages that just give you no fucking value, stupid shit that are just blah, 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 that are just focused on things that don't matter. This is going to give everyone, this should give you so much perspective. Have you felt this? Have you felt the fact that now, have you felt that perspective within yourself, that you're paying attention to things that really matter? Seriously, drop in the comments now. How many of you have actually started looking at things more in the sense of this matters and this doesn't matter? How many of you have gotten a lot more perspective with shit that just doesn't fucking matter? And what's most essential? Survival. Food's essential. Water, sleep, shelter, transportation, of which we don't need a lot of right now, because most of us, some of you are working still and you're still doing your shit or doing things that need travel. Of course, we have to get to the store, but you know, the fundamental transportation. What matters? Do you have food? Do you have shelter? Then you're fine. Like, you're fine. You're fine. What about all those people what about all the people that are basing their existence or their self-worth off having a BMW or a Mercedes or brand new Louis Vuitton shoes and shit that really doesn't fucking matter? Well, now you can't go clubbing, so you can't roll up with all your fancy chains and fucking diamonds and stuff. They're worthless. You can't eat that shit. You can't eat that shit. If things really come down to it, no one cares about a diamond. They care about a goddamn steak. They care about rice. They care about fruit. They care about food. We have food. The supply chain's not broken. We have food. The virus isn't like a fruit or, animal eating virus that is eating up all the food. Like, we have food. We have things that we need. Like, I'm just thinking about this more. And I think all of you probably are, but you need to focus on it. What's most important? Is it most important that you have a six-pack? It's not. It doesn't fucking matter. I've always been saying that it doesn't matter. It's nice. But now, how many of you care how you look? Like, this is where health actually has to take over, because if you are not going outside to show off, a lot of people aren't going to be as inspired to lose weight, because who are you going to be around to see? Most people do things based on ego, based on what they think other people want from them, or what they should do because of what other people think. But if you don't care what other people think because now you have no choice, who are you? A lot of people are losing their complete identities right now. A lot of people don't know who they are, because think of all the athletes. Everyone's wondering, everyone's been saying this, okay? Because we know the NBA, the NHL, all sports teams, everything, right? They're all canceled, yeah? So, of course, we can talk about the janitors, the people that work concessions, the people that do ticketing and stuff. A lot of people, thousands of people at each team, in each city that works on those events, a lot of people are out of work. And think about all the athletes, too. A lot of people are, of course, they have money and they have millions of dollars. And, no one, I'm not saying anyone's going to be shedding a tear over people that are that are professional athletes, but one, they have no job either. So professional athletes are fucking out of work. You better goddamn believe it. They're out of work. They canceled their work. Okay. And not only that, no one's shedding a tear for all these people. No one's shedding a tear for people that do big events, big sporting events, things like that. But these people, each of them, their entire life, you don't make it to the MLB, Major League Baseball, without playing baseball your entire fucking life. If you make it to the NFL, you've been playing football since you were fucking 4. Basketball, you've been fucking playing basketball since you were 3 or 4, right? Hockey, you've been playing since you were fucking 3 or 4. You've been skating since you were a fetus. So all of these different sports, these are people's identities. And I'm not saying feel bad for professional athletes, but I'm saying it happens across the board. So for people that are DJs or go to clubs or do those things, these are people that are defining themselves based on what they do, right? They're defining themselves based on who they portray themselves as. They are the DJ, they are the club person, they are the stylish one. Now you're not going in public, you're not flexing all this bullshit. Maybe, like, how many Instagram pictures can you take? How many YouTube videos can you do? How much can you do? How long can you trick yourself? This is what leads to depression, because people don't have the awareness to understand this when they see it in the mirror. But this is what's going on. A lot of people are literally losing their identity. They don't have their identity. They don't have their position or their clout at work. A lot of people, their identity was being a manager or being a CEO or being this, and now these businesses are closed. So now what are you? Maybe you're not a chef anymore because now your restaurant's closed. Or you used to be X, Y, and Z. Like, that's who you were and that's what you did. But now you can't. So who are you? And this is why meditation is so important. This is why doing your brain gains is so important. And those of you that are Swolenormous X members, obviously you have access to all the meditation sessions, releasing a ton this week. Got a bunch of new releases coming on Monday. So it's Thursday. So in a couple days, the accountability meeting and the weekly release is going to be fucking nuts. So make sure you strap in for that. Make sure you're plugging in, doing your brain gains, and making sure you're focusing on the psychological game, because that's what's going to determine who succeeds throughout this. It's not the training. Like who cares if you maintain your muscle mass? How to maintain your gains? All the fitness influencers online, all the people that are here, how to maintain your gains, home workout. That's bullshit. It's bullshit. That's cool if you're stuck inside for a couple days and you do a towel workout and you lift some milk jugs. Oh, it's such a good workout. Oh, you can lift milk jugs. Sure, you can. And I'm not saying don't lift milk jugs. I mean, lifting buckets with water. I mean, these are great workouts. It's resistance. That's literally all that matters. It's resistance. However, everyone was posting that shit because it was with the mentality that this is temporary. This is not fucking temporary. It's not temporary. If you're thinking about it as temporary, you're fucking yourself up. You're setting yourself up for disaster. You need to accept it yesterday, weeks ago. You need to make this your new reality, because if you're not making this your new reality and psychologically thinking of this as permanent, you're not making the right preparations. You need to understand that you need to change your shit up. You need to change your shit up. And it's your choice. Don't let anyone change it for you. That's my point. Take control of it. Take control of it. It's your choice to make. It's your choice to whether or not you make that decision or not. So if you want to be the victim and be in the passenger seat, I say, get in the fucking driver's seat and go all in. Go get in the driver's seat. Turn this shit up. Let's go. It's like, let's fucking go. Start making those gains. Start practicing your meditation. Create a brand new schedule. Create your brand new flow. Like now you have now you have the opportunity to make that business. Now you have the opportunity to pursue those habits, hobbies, create new habits, everything. But if you make it your choice, you just got to take ownership of that shit. So do it first. Don't wait for the world to change. Change ahead of time. Change ahead of time. I used the example a couple weeks ago when I literally bought all the workout stuff for here. I bought it like a week or two before my gym closed. I saw it coming. I knew the gyms were going to fucking close. So I bought all this shit. And it was just right before everyone just started flooding and bought out the fucking world. So I committed to training here. I committed to training at home even before, while I still could go to the gym if I wanted to. So I made that commitment. I made that decision to cut the gym completely. And it was my choice. It was my choice. And now I'm like, fuck it. I don't know if I want to go back. Annika, it's been 7 years since I've been out of the pool, 3 weeks out of water, trying to discover who I am when life doesn't let me have a huge part of my life. Recovery is real without the stress of swims. Yeah, swimming is exhausting. So there's a bunch of benefits. I mean, a lot of you that are training at home, you've probably been chronically under recovering for years. I mean, your body actually gets a chance to fully heal and actually get some time. Like this whole situation of being isolated or quarantined, it's really one of the best things that can happen to people. It's one of the best things that you can have in your life is time. Think about this. Everyone's complaining. Everyone's complaining about the quarantine. Everyone's complaining about not being able to do anything. Yet you're the most valuable thing that you can have in your entire life. The most valuable thing, more valuable than money, almost more valuable, like the most valuable thing is attention. But the second most valuable thing is time. Because your attention takes time. So what you're doing with the time that you're spending, where your attention is, matters. So right now, and that's why being present is so important. That's why attention is the most valuable asset, not time. You need to be present. If you're spending your time with someone, but your attention is somewhere else, then you're not making your time valuable. You're just wasting your time because you're not currently there. So it's all about what you're doing with the time, where your attention is, and are you present? So the more mindfulness training, the more brain gains you do, the more meditation, the more present you can become, then the things that you do in every moment, your attention is there. So then you get more value and you do better now. And when you're here, right now, the reason why you can spend so much attention and focus so much attention in the present is you're not worried about shit that hasn't happened. You're not worried about the future because the future isn't now. You can't do anything about what will happen. You can only handle what you can do now. You can only pay attention to what you can do now, right? Well, I shouldn't say you can only pay attention, but you should only pay attention to now. And then what you're doing in the present can maybe make your future better. And then you won't have to, have to deal with those consequences that you would normally be worried about because your attention is here and now, and you're doing things that are going to make your future better, which is what you should be doing with this time. So the most valuable thing that anyone can give you is time. And now you have time. Now you have time. Everyone's always complaining about fucking time, not having time. Oh my God, I've only had some more time. If only I had some more time. Now you have all the time. Oh my God, but there's nothing to do. These are fucking complaining cunts. That's all that this is. It's exposing who's a whiny bitch. Anyone that fucking complains is being a whiny bitch. If you're complaining, if you have breath in your lungs to complain, you're a whiny bitch because you're alive. Especially if you're like, you have a fucking cell phone, you're on the internet. Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. You have technology. You can do stuff. The physical training, that's the easiest part. The physical training is the easiest part of all this. That's the simplest thing. What am I going to do at home? What are you going to do at home? The same shit you would do at the gym. You don't have equipment? Then you're not going to do the same shit. So don't expect the same results. Do body weight stuff, practice yoga, meditate. You could do most of you aren't doing that anyway. Most of you are going to the gym and you're not doing yoga. You're not meditating. So then you come home and then you're worried about the workout. It's like, well, now you get to work on the shit that you should have been doing this whole time. That would have given you more benefits even when we didn't have the quarantine. People are full of shit. Everyone loves to fucking complain. Everyone loves to complain. And this is just the perfect opportunity. This gives people the perfect opportunity to complain. Oh, I'm so bored. Oh, I'm so bored. If I hear I'm bored from anyone, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to hear. Like, I feel embarrassed for you if you say you're bored. It's an embarrassing thing to hear. The fucking ego and the audacity to be bored. Yeah, it's totally true. Some people don't have time. Some people still have a bunch of work to do, so they're stressed. Sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's true. I mean, look, some people are more busy than ever. Nothing's really changed for me. I'm still busy as fuck. But I also have created a different environment for myself because I have to be like eternally patient. I'm fully expecting this to be 5 or 10 times worse in terms of like time length. You really have to be super careful with any of these deadlines and any of these dates that people throw out there, because the true experts will tell you that they don't know exactly what the date will be. They don't know. They're finding out more shit every fucking day, which should be fucking frightening. So take it seriously. Just the fact that Florida has only just yesterday and today taken this seriously and actually closed down the state, and now there's a statewide stay at home. I don't know why it took this long, but we're gonna pay that price for a long time. So a lot of the decisions that were not made, however you want to look at it, those decisions are going to, from a political standpoint, it's going to bite some people in the fucking ass, as it should, because a lot of people made terrible, terrible choices moving into this, not taking it seriously enough. What's up, Rick? From London, UK, listening in. Excellent. Can you give advice on best room to do bodybuilding workout? Best room? I don't know what you mean. Best room to do. Well, I actually have no idea what you mean. Like the best room in your house? I don't know. I don't know what you mean. I got liquid in my mustache. In my stachio. So today's Swole card is my choice. And the reason why it says my choice is because it's your choice. It's your choice how you want to handle the situation. It's your choice how you want to respond. And if you want to look at this as a positive, when I say look at this as a positive, remember, I'm saying look at this as a positive in as positive a way as you can look at it, because it's not a good thing. I'm not saying that people getting sick and dying is a good thing. What I am saying is that you can use this time as the most valuable asset you could possibly have to your advantage, and as you should. So you should be taking this as a positive, and you should be using this to your advantage. Oh yeah, welcome to the United States. Welcome, Angie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Angie Maritza. It's so upsetting that a country that has basically everything complains the most. Yep, that's exactly right. Bunch of pussies. Brian Bodner. All these people are driving me nuts with their social media games and saying they have nothing to do. Oh, you mean people that are like flipping cards and cups and like, oh my God, and doing these videos? Yep, this is the undergunch. This is the fucking taint of society. Anyone that says they're bored, literally, like survival of the fittest. I feel honestly, if you say you're bored, there should be like a 3 strikes policy. I mean, it really should be 1 strike, but I mean, sometimes people say things and just like, it's a mistake. Okay, sorry. You say you're bored once, that's a warning. The second one, you're off the earth. You can go to Mars. You say you're bored twice, we donate you to Tesla and let Elon Musk use you as a guinea pig for SpaceX. So 2 strikes and you're not welcome here on this planet anymore. Nope, you can go. It's like, nope, nope. We don't need you. No, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We have plenty more like you. We're fine. We're good. We're good. No, please, we're good. We're good. Honestly, no. I appreciate the offer. No, but you can go. You can go. Thank you, Annika. How can you be bored when there's so much to do in Swolenormous X? I agree. 1,000%. Ellen, I rented a pottery wheel for my teacher, bought my stuff for workouts, bought myself a kick shield. All right. Set my desk up properly. My choice. Hell yeah. Destiny Haynes. Today I was talking to my dad and he said he was talking to my older sister and she said she was bored at home, and I had Papa Swolio's voice in my head saying, use this time, don't be bored, and calling your sister a fucking jabroni. You can tell her I said so, Destiny. Fucking jabronet. Sounds like someone else that I'm going to talk about in tomorrow's YouTube video. There are so many jabronis going on, jabronets. Oh my God. Anna, a pastor was arrested for holding sermons at church during quarantine on a charge for endangering public health or something like that. Ironic. Trying to get those donations. Got to get those donations. Pastors got to work. Hey, come on. Religion's got to function. Got to make that money. Got to pass that plate around, right? The governor of Georgia claims he just now heard asymptomatic people were a thing. Where the fuck has this guy been, and how is he the governor? He's the governor of Georgia, bro. What do you think? What do you think the average IQ of Georgia is? Legit. You do realize that's the South, right? And everyone likes to say that's a stereotype. Have you been? Have you been to the South? Oh my God, it's so funny. Yes, I know there's good universities there. Not everyone's stupid in the South. I'll tell you what, stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason. They're pretty much correct, but it's not universal. But yeah. I mean, I will say this. The United States has, or the public and our country has an interesting way of electing people. That's not the only person we've elected that is questionable. uh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what that fucking guy. He's just now heard of asymptomatic. I don't know about that. I don't know if anyone's buying that shit. That's a terrible game of telephone right there. Kim Sato, I wish they would do that in Tokyo, but the prime minister response is to give each family cloth masks. Well, is it still the understanding that masks are only beneficial or beneficial if you have it and you potentially can spread it? Of course, if you're asymptomatic and you don't know you have it, you can spread it by not wearing a mask. I don't think I have any masks here, but I believe that's still the consensus, is that it's not going to protect you from getting it, but it's going to potentially, like for respiratory droplets, like if you cough or you breathe or you sneeze, it's behind that screen, so it's not going to spray on someone's face, kind of thing. Florida has 7,764 cases and just shut down. Yolanda, what do you think this fucking is? What do you think this is? This is Florida. We don't fuck around with our stupidity. Our state? Florida? Florida? We don't fuck around with being stupid. I mean, we just had that conversation about Georgia. Get the fuck out of here. Georgia's our little brother. We taught Georgia everything Georgia knows. We're OG. We're OG stupid. Nothing tops the stupidity of Florida. We've been over this. We did this like 4 or 5 or 3. I don't even know. I don't know what episode this was. It was a couple days ago that nothing's more stupid than Florida. Told you. I told you. Jen, I got a company email today that a coworker tested positive for COVID-19. It's happening around this area too. I mean, you're starting to see signs around that people, like a person in this building has tested positive. They're getting treatment. Like, you're starting to see that pop around. I've had a bunch of people say that they're starting to see bulletins and signs and stuff go up saying that there's someone in this area or in this neighborhood or on this block that has tested positive. It's just like a warning. I mean, if you're staying away from most people, like, you still have to go and do things depending on who you are. Either you're still working, or you have to go to the store, or you have to open a package, or you have to get a package, and you have to touch, like, you're going to have to touch something. You have to bring something in your house. You're not going to be able to be completely shut off, like deliveries, like spray shit down. There's all so many different layers of it, but I mean, you do the best you can, but you're going to start seeing that a lot more. I mean, everyone's going to know someone that's dealing with this shit, either personally, or they're going to know someone that's dealing with it. Here in Nova Scotia, the police fined someone $1,000 for having a house party. You should fine someone $10,000. They wouldn't have a fucking house party to begin with. $1,000. A lot of people be like, oh, it's worth it. It's worth the risk. If you want to keep people inside, make the fines severe. Make them back-breaking and people won't leave. Is that what he said? I didn't know people who weren't actively sick could pass it on. Jesus Christ. Fire that guy's assistant. Idiots. Stupid people. Jesus Christ. Anna L., my son's friend, called him last night drunk, wanting him to give her a ride home from a party. He told her to fuck off, and she's what's wrong with society. Let me tell you what happened here. My son's friend called him last night drunk, wanting him to give her a ride home. Oh, she wanted him to give her a ride home. All right. Is that what kids are doing these days? Give her a ride home. Yeah, I'll give her a ride home. I'll give her a ride. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Yeah. Yeah. Can you give me a ride? I'm too drunk to drive. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. What am I talking about? It's the final counting down. Ba-da-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na. Yeah, we did the other day. Florida is the worst. It's the worst. I told you nothing can top. We had this debate, or this we voted. We voted California or Florida for the stupidest state, and it was pretty much it was a landslide for Florida. And I respect the effort that California has put in. You know, I really respect the effort, but falling short. California, not a chance. Not a fucking chance. Will, just Google Florida man and enjoy the hours of stupidity in the raw. Oh, let me Google that. Let me see. Florida man. You ready? Florida man, let's go over some news. Okay. So when you type in Florida man in Google and you click on news, this is what you get. All right? This is what you get. Here we go. First story. Florida man who claims he has COVID-19 spits on officer's face, police say. Florida man downloaded child porn as a boredom killer, deputies say. Florida man breaks quarantine order to travel around Hawaii is arrested by police. Florida man accused of spitting on an officer during arrest says he has coronavirus, or saying he has coronavirus. And this is another guy. This guy looks like some like Indian shaman or something. Florida man uses drone to deliver toilet paper. Florida man arrested for allegedly spraying bottle of what oh my God, with the unknown substance. So is he spraying the door with coronavirus? Coronavirus, Florida man arrested after spraying substance labeled COVID-19. Okay, so any other questions, fam? Any other questions? Any other questions? Okay. This guy's spraying handles with a container that says COVID-19. So shall we go on to page 2? You want to really see the depths of the stupidity? You have to go to page 2. Oh, we got something positive? I think this is a good story. Hold on a second. So this Florida guy that convinced a lot of people to donate money to a border wall, he turned that money into like making face masks. So that was good. That was good. Let's see what else we got. Let's see what else we got. Come on. A Florida man. Florida man found naked in a car with a girl he met on social media app, deputies say. A man found naked in a car with a girl he met on social media. Wow, that's never happened before. Florida man kills girlfriend, her lover after finding them having sex. Well, first time for everything. Wah, wah. Let's see here. Another one. Florida man coughs on deputy, says he has coronavirus. That guy looks a little bit different. We got a bunch of people doing this. Let's see. And we have like the best Florida man memes. Oh, this guy people still use Snapchat? Florida man accused of stealing $800 worth of lingerie from Dillard's. All right. That's so anytime you wonder how stupid people are, you got to go to Florida first. Florida first. Hands down, we're dumb as fuck. Literally just figuring out this whole stay-at-home thing. I think it was yesterday the governor literally just said, here, hold on. Florida governor. Watch this. Yep, here we go. The first fucking headline. You ready for this? You ready for this headline? New York Times. New York Times. All right. Coronavirus in Florida. Governor finally orders residents to stay home. Finally, one day ago. Finally, yesterday. Issues a stay-at-home order. I hope that comes back and bites him right in the fucking ass. Stupid. Yesterday, after dealing with this fucking shit for 2 goddamn months. You see, the problem is everyone asked, and people have been saying socially distance and quarantine, stay at home for weeks, months, right? Like 2 months, we've been saying stay at home, quarantine, stay at home, social distance. But no one listened. No one fucking listened. Some people that did, they were like, oh, come on. It's bullshit. The virus is fake. You know, the earth is flat. And now, yeah, it's a good fucking idea, but people don't listen. People are children. People are grown up children. That's what happens when you raise children to be children. That's what happens when you have a country full of fucking babies. Grown babies can't make decisions either. Baby babies and adult babies cannot make proper decisions. This is also called stupid people. Stupid fucks, aka people that live in Florida, don't make good decisions. They're not intelligent. Not completely intelligent. I mean, look, I'm in that same group. I mean, I'm choosing to live in a place where the sun can fucking kill you. It just burns the shit out of things. So, questionable choice. It's hot as fuck. If it wasn't for air conditioning, I fucking wouldn't live here. I'll tell you that much. I go to Georgia. No, I would totally not go there either. Yeah, I think a lot of people are not going to get elected. Not going to get the nod. This guy should be fucking thrown off a cliff. DeSantis should be fucking just. We just throw him in a boat. Just throw him in a boat and send him to Hawaii or something. Just cast him out to sea. Oh my God. Just ordered a stay at home. Fucking. Why can't that order just put that shit out there? Tell people stay the fuck at home. Because here's the thing. You tell people to stay at home, you issue an order, they're still not going to do it. So it's like get that started because people are already going to, hey, you should stay at home. I don't want to. Then they're going to leave. Then they're going to fucking leave. You ask and they're not going to listen. You ask. Don't fucking ask. Tell. How many of you are parents? Do you ask your children, what do you want to do? No, you say, you're doing this. Done. You got to treat massive amounts of people like children. You have to fucking make it clear. Now, look, it's great. It's great that we have checks and balances, that you can't just throw the fuck, like China, you can't just lock shit down. But that's why China has stuff that's not multiplying. I mean, they probably fibbed their numbers and made it seem like it wasn't as bad as it really was. And they have that ability because of the limitations with information and stuff that actually gets out and the speed in which it gets out. But they also have the ability to lock things down with a snap of their fingers if they want to, and they did. So the longer we take our time, and every day that we take our time is just going to multiply weeks and months. So, I mean, look, there's a stay-at-home order. I walked the dog today, and I thought about it. Like, I walked the dog, and I'm thinking in my head, look, the dog could be picking up coronavirus on her paws. It can get on her skin. It can be on something. It can get on the bottom of my shoe. And like, we're surrounded by risk. We have to mitigate the risk, but we can't be just acting like it's normal. Yeah, people are quarantined by choice. It says stay at home. It doesn't say you're going to get shot if you leave your house. That's the problem. And not that I want people to get shot, not that I want to get shot, but you know what I'm saying? There's nothing really holding you there unless you're getting fined. Well, a lot of people believe conspiracy theories without the virus. This is just so ripe for it. It seems like it's so planned. It seems like it's so clear. It seems like, oh man, because there are so many things that can be looked at when you watch so many fucking movies and conspiracy movies. It just seems like there's so many moving pieces and so many things that can just benefit people of power. But it's not really benefiting people. I mean, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot no matter where you are in the food chain for most people. I mean, there's always someone that can profit or benefit, but it's you're stopping society across the world. So that number is far and few between. And whether or not humans have the ability to tactically do this to this extent, but to this like kind of nuanced in between severity where it's not like you drop dead and it's not like you don't have symptoms. It's like everything in between. It's like the ultimate creation. And most or all experts are saying there's no fucking way we can create something like that. But I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? No, it's not a fake fucking virus. Jesus Christ. Yeah, these people are fake dying. They're just fake dying from fake virus. That's it. Oh, that's pretty funny. So if you have coronavirus and you also get Lyme disease, does that mean you have corona with Lyme? That's a good one. But it's also not spelled the same. Silly. It's Lyme. Come on, Nicholas. Step up.
Yow.
Step up.
Yow.
Get that dictionary out. That was pretty good, though. That was pretty good. I liked it. I liked it. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I dig. Papa Swole digs. Loading up some TikTok. How many of you are following Papa over on TikTok? The Tiki-Tok-Tok? Been posting some fun stuff, as always. Let me see what we got going on here. Anything good? Anything good? Yeah. Yeah, video's bumping. Video's bumping. There you go. There you go. I'm famous. I mean, I'm a fit tea influencer, of course. I mean, now that I'm making all that fit tea bank, I'm making all that tea money, making all that fit tea coin, motherfuckers. I'm making all that fit tea coin. Jesus Christ. I know. I'm sure most of you watched that video today. Oh my goodness. Ah, itchy. Oh, it feels good. Oh, it feels so good. Oh, it feels so good. It's time to get my fucking pump on. It's time for me to get pumped. Time to make some gains. Let's see. We got a couple stories here. Let's see what's up here. Yeah, make sure you follow me on TikTok at Papa Swole. What we got going on in the Swole fam, the Swole hole? Hey, we're zoomed in. Hannah, been staying busy while I'm stuck at home. Workouts are not as intense, but they are consistent. And I'm staying really active. I'm proud of myself for that. I've also taken this opportunity to get back into drawing and painting. Has anyone else used this time at home to be productive in other things aside from working out? I hope you're all having a great day. Again, like I mentioned before, I think everyone should be investing time in, a hobby, in doing something, mindfulness. You got to find that sweet spot. You got to find that positivity in your day. Otherwise you're going to go fucking insane. Fit tea. Fucking fit tea. All right, what's going on, Mike? Let's see here. Quick question. I'm starting week 3 of 90-day dash, but with the gyms closed and no equipment at home, it can't be done properly. The question is, can I put the 90-day dash on pause and pick up on week 3 when the gyms are back open, or do I start over? I'm still doing Swolga and anything else I can do in the program. Well, you better get comfortable with the gyms being closed because that's probably not going to change anytime soon. You can put it on pause, but you can do it. Oh, if you don't have any equipment at home, it can't be done properly. Well, you could post this up. You post this up in the group already, so you probably have a response. This was like a day or two ago, but I wanted to address it. Like anytime you're going back to training or you're changing your training routine, you can adjust and adapt as necessary. And when you go back, let's say you did have a training program that you have to put on pause for whatever reason, limited equipment, change what you do. Go into the Swollen 7 series, do the mobility Swollen 7s. There's going to be more stuff with body weight, of course. You can get a set of bands. You can still purchase things, especially once things start restocking again. You'll all be able to get things that you can use at home for home training, or pick up individual pieces of equipment that can maximize your results with the space that you have. So, I wouldn't necessarily jump back into where you were. Like if you're lifting heavy weights, let's say the gyms are closed for 3 months. You don't want to jump back into heavy barbell training if you've been doing bands for, 3 months. So you definitely want to either start over or ease back in slowly. But I would get very comfortable with understanding the gyms are probably going to be closed for a lot longer than would allow you to jump back in. I like this one because it's super resourceful and literally what I said or been saying this entire episode. So my country went into full lockdown with all the stores shut down pretty suddenly, and I couldn't finish getting together the home workout equipment that I wanted. I'd only really gotten some bands and ordered some weights, but the lockdown was so sudden they never got shipped. So here's today's home gym featuring water-filled milk bottles for some very light weights, a single 4-kilogram dumbbell I've been using as a doorstop for 5 years, but whose partner is missing, some gas canisters, one empty and one full, and my resistance bands. Managed to do my full body workout whilst working up a massive sweat and getting my muscles quivering from the effort. Not pretty, but it works, and I'm feeling great. And I love that. That's the resourcefulness. That's what you have to do. That's literally the situation that we're in. We have to do the best that we can. So I love that post. So thank you, Danielle, for sharing. This was awesome, and I'm not sure, Greg, if you're watching right now. I was going to talk about it yesterday, but this just came up, and I'm like, oh, I had to share this. And I, of course, I'm sure you probably wouldn't have minded, Greg, but I wanted to share this immediately yesterday or 2 days ago, actually, on Thursday or Tuesday. So there's a couple days after. But Greg said, I still have so far to go. My whole life, actually. Today, I hit 76 pounds lost, and I was happy that I hit that 75-pound marker. I started wanting to lose 100. Now I know it will be more than that, most likely. I don't care about the end number anymore. Just looking back, I am on the last part of my original goal. You can look at the chart and see when I started following Swolenormous, and I joined shortly after. So I want to say a nice round of some sick fucking gains for Greg, because that's insane. That's insane. That's amazing. Did Papa put Greg in blackface? I sure did. Robert Downey Jr. style. Done right. That's how we fucking do it. Blackface. So check out this chart. So this is his chart. Look at that shit. Look at that chart, bruh. Look at that. Yo. Right after he started following Papa Swole. So I'm assuming you followed me right at that last peak. So I don't know if you followed me back in, let's see, December. I have to actually look at the dates again, but this is sick. Look at that fucking, let's take a look at that. So we see here you have 9/7, 12/7, and then of course the new year. This is 2019, and then we have 2020. So the middle part is 2019, from the first 12 to the second 12. 12/7 to 12/7, that's 2019. Before that is 2018. So look at that straight line. So he started on, let's say, that November, for example, of 2018, and just look at how the weight dropped. Okay. And then you have that kind of goes up, then it goes back down, then it goes back up, then it goes back down, then it goes back up, then it goes back down. You see that like jagged line? You see that shit? That's what weight loss is like. And sometimes you can gain, sometimes you can come back. So look at 6/7, right? Look at how he went back up. So it just goes to show that it's not a straight line. It's not linear. But obviously after he found Papa Swolio and the fam, that shit just fucking melted because you had your shit in the right place, bro. You were doing the right stuff, right? Think about that shit. Look at the difference. Look at that last peak till today. Look at how it's been smooth. See how it's kind of like gaining, losing, going through that pattern. Once you lock down the 7 pillars, once you're consistent with the things that you need to be consistent with, you fucking make that change. And he hasn't looked back. That's a straight fucking line. That's a nice fucking curve. But look at that. Look at that jagged up and down until he started with the fam. You know? And throughout. But look at that. Like until you've really fucking locked it in. Again, you know, this is I forget exactly when he joined. So maybe it went up and down when he joined. But look, once you actually got consistent, it just shows like you can have tons of ups and downs, but then once you actually lock it down, boom, he found his sweet spot. That's fire, man. That's fire. More grunts. More grunts. Good shit. But Papa, I can't lose weight to genetics. Oh, your genetics. Are you an endomorph, Nicholas? Are you an endomorph? That's why. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's your genetics. You can't lose weight. You're just going to be fat forever. You were just born that way. You're big boned, aren't you? Aren't you, Nick? What's up, Joe? Hey, all, had a great week crushing goals. Hitting 10,000 steps a day indoors is tricky, but my workouts have been getting more intense. Yeah, I would say it's a little bit tricky. Yeah, don't worry so much about those steps. Do some more yoga. You got this. We're just pacing back and forth. Weighed in this morning, and I'm now down to 266 pounds from a starting weight of 352. Is nuts. That's sick. And I'm getting closer to the 100-pound down club. We can do this. Keep killing it, fam. Good for you. Good for you, Joe. That's fucking beast. I don't know what's more beast, losing all that weight or hitting 10,000 steps indoors. Fucking hell. So this is a long post. Actually, I'm going to share this one. We'll talk about this one tomorrow because that's a long one. I actually want to save a couple more posts. Let me see here. Oh, we can get into that. All right, we'll get into that now. I already showed you. I teased it. This one's from Justine, and she says, "Hey fam, been a little bit since I've posted here, but I need to vent and need some advice. Last summer around August, I got down to my goal weight, which was 146. At that time, I was 8 months postpartum and was actually beginning to like how I looked. I accomplished this with doing the 90-day dash and intermittent fasting, but today I'm at 167 pounds and I feel like a failure. However, the things I have to reflect on, I feel way stronger, and I took my measurements and I increased both legs by 1 inch and my biceps by 1.5 inches. My butt, I believe it was about 1 to 2 inches, and my clothes still fit like they're just a little more snug now, unlike when they were when I was 146 pounds. My struggle is that I like the way I looked at 146. I'm 5 foot 7.5 inches, but I had less muscle. I've been trying to count my calories, but always go over about 300. I'm set at 1,600. I've tried an elimination diet, but could only stick to it for about a week, and I ate too many sweet potatoes. I'm just in a rut and been working from home for almost 2 weeks now, but still working out 5 to 6 times a week with yoga in the morning. I've started incorporating more cardio into my routine and working off of the workout archive, hitting every body group once a week. I just don't know what to do to get back down to that size and look that I liked. Sorry for the rant. I hope everyone's still crushing it and staying safe and healthy." Well, I'm going to say something, Justine, that you might not like, but you got to fucking step the fuck up. You're just answering your question and just complaining. You got this, girl. You did it before. I can pinpoint it right here in the middle. Okay. You literally said, my struggle is I like the way I looked at 146 pounds. Well, you're not 146. You've been training hard, so the way you look is not always your choice. Okay. But here's the thing. You had less muscle, so you're skinny fat. You've been trying to count your calories, but always go over by about 300. So you're not trying very hard, or you're not trying well enough. You're failing. You're failing at counting your calories properly. You're eating too much. That's why you're gaining weight. You're eating too much food. All right. Number one, you have to focus on the quality of food. Number two, you focus on the quantity. Get the quality fuel first. Make sure you're putting in the right octane, and then worry about how many gallons you're putting in. So if you always go over about 300, then don't go over by 300. You're literally telling everyone the problem. You're going over 300 a fucking day, you're going to gain weight. You're eating more food than you're utilizing. Obviously, you're eating too much. Okay? You've tried the elimination diet, so you tried it, but you didn't do it. Trying is not doing. You tried it for about a week, so you didn't do jack shit. Look, this is just the truth. You didn't do an elimination diet, and you ate too many sweet potatoes. Well, that's your fucking fault. There's nothing in the elimination diet that says eat tons of sweet potatoes. Like literally, don't eat so many sweet potatoes. I can only stick to it for about a week, and you're eating too many fucking carbs. You don't need that much carbs. Sweet potatoes are great. You just don't need a lot of them. I barely eat any. I have some. When I have carbohydrates, I go for a sweet potato or maybe white rice or certain things that I know my body likes and reacts well to. I don't eat sweet potatoes all fucking day long. I prefer not to. If I feel like I need to carb a little bit, then I have a sweet potato. That's it. There's no need to eat tons of sweet potatoes. That's going to help you retain more water too, because carbs retain water. And if you're eating tons of starches, I don't care if they're more resistant, if you're eating cold sweet potatoes or whatever you're fucking doing, but you're eating too many carbs and you're eating too many calories. That's it. That's it. And this is not a negative thing, but I'm just calling you out. You're in a rut because you're fucking yourself up. You're getting in your own head. Literally getting in your own head. You're getting in your own head and you're just lying to yourself. You're eating too many calories and you're not doing it. You didn't do an elimination diet. You're eating too many calories and that's why you're gaining weight. So fix it. Fix it. You got it. You got this. And the fam's got your back. Christian. And I thought this was very exciting too. I accomplished something very exciting today. I did 5 chin-ups this morning with no strap. I still have some work to do, but yay, the strength gains are there. The hard work is paying off. Never quit consistency. Good for you, Christian. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you, fam. You guys are fucking nailing it. Delicious. Nana Love. Hope everyone is doing well. I scored some dumbbells today and continue building out my home gym, loving the yoga and my baby kitty in the back, which usually hangs out with me during my yoga session. With so much content, I'm feeling a little spoiled. Thank you, Papa. Stay swole, fam. We got this. More gorilla grunts. More awesome stuff. Good for you, Nana. Kelsey, well, I have been officially quarantined due to a corona exposure at work. Yow. Fucking bastards. Thank goodness I have Swollen 7 to keep me moving as much as I can, given the now incredibly limited space that I have. Anybody have any other suggestions for small quarters workouts? Absolutely. You got that you're doing it. You're doing the Swollen 7. They're designed for that. They're designed for travel. They're designed for short amounts of time. They're designed for home equipment. They're designed for home training. So you got it. I mean, those are great workout suggestions. Practice yoga, do your Swollen 7s, do all the workouts that you can with the weights and the stuff and the material that you have, and just keep on crushing it. So I'll default if anyone wants to, recommend other things inside Swolenormous X. You can go into this post in the Swole Fam group and drop your comments there. And that was the last one I got for today. But we got more for tomorrow. We'll get more for tomorrow. So let's give away this card. Hashtag my choice. Let's see what's going on. So time to do the card giveaway and then time for me to go and do some more things. Pinch my nips, get a little pump on. Going to get an evening pump today. So let's see what we got here. Let's get a little music going and let's get this Swole card given away. Swole card, my choice. Scrolling, McScrollerson. ScrollyMcScrollerson.com. Scrolling. Kristen Chaddock, congratulations. Congratulations. Ooh, and a good post. I saw that. I saw the support and I didn't realize how good that post was. So the comment, I'll read this because I don't know if I read this earlier. Christian, people never get how we can live how we do. I stay home with the kids, so only one salary, but we own our home and vehicle, eat well, and etc. We just don't waste our resources on useless shit. Ooh, well said. We don't waste money. Someone that doesn't waste money. Oh my God, is it possible? Es posible? Is it possible? Congratulations, Christian. Everyone say congratulations to CC. Kristen Chaddock, congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com with Swole Card 1427 in the subject and your mailing address in the body of the email. We'll send you this Swole Card. You can put on your wall and stay focused and keep making those good choices, fam. Thank you so much for joining me for episode 1427 of the Most Muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast. In Zarelm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. See you tomorrow for 1428. Peace, McGee's fam. Deuce Magoose, yeah boy. Papa Swolio. Out.